Hey everyone, you are watching us live at the Hilton Garden Inn in Staten Island at the SIEDC conference right here today. Let Your Voices Be Heard podcast show, and I am your host, Marcy De La Paz, and my co-host, Mayra Sanchez. And we have a wonderful guest today. Just told her to come right down. And of course, her name is
Jamie Lynn Homan.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us today. This is amazing.
Yes.
We were just so excited to be here and excited to have guests such as you. So, Jamie, tell us a little bit about what it is that you do, where you at, and yeah.
So I am the Senior Director of Development for Staten Island University Hospital Northwell. I've been there for 10 years now. I have a very interesting past before that, but I love my work with the hospital. We do a lot of fundraising, whether it's corporate giving or events or individual giving, annual giving. And basically, we keep the hospital going. We do all the fun projects that regular operations can't do.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It is. It's fun.
Hospitals can be a little, people like, oh, hospitals can be a little dreary because, sick people and all that stuff and treatments and all that stuff. But, there's always a fun side to something of that nature, right?
Yeah, definitely our job is fun. Very busy. It's always something new and something different, but we take care of most of the island, Staten Island University Hospital, and so it's very important, especially I live here, I work here, my family is here, and it's important that we make sure that our facilities are the best they possibly could be.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate that. So definitely, we always need that service, right? Now, I was doing a little digging.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were in a pageant.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about that.
I did that a little bit ago. So when I was a senior in high school, actually, I started getting involved in the Miss America organization. I joined Miss Staten Island pageant competition. I was in it for 7 years. I held various local titles. I was Miss Staten Island, I was Miss Greater New York, and then 11 years ago now, I was Miss New York. 2015, I went to Miss America. I promoted my platform, Inspiring Action Against Pediatric Cancer, which really got me involved in giving back, community service, and so it's been my passion. I love the organization. It paid for college for me, so
Awesome.
that's a great thing. And just really develop my skills and help me be the person I am today.
That's awesome. Well,
I'm curious why you chose the pediatric cancer as your platform.
Yes. So when I was in high school, I lost my best friend Dominic to leukemia. And so it's something I witnessed personally. Actually, it's 20 years now, almost to the day that we lost him. And so something that deeply impacted me. As a kid, you don't really understand. And then you start to learn more about the topic and the lack of funding for pediatric cancer and really just what isn't being done that you think is being done.
Right.
And so I chose to become an advocate for that. I learned as much as I possibly could about it. I was advocating for increased funding from federal government for pediatric cancer research, and that kind of spiraled into what I'm doing today, and just working on all kinds of different medical initiatives. But it's still something that's very close to my heart. So
that's really powerful. I wonder. I'm curious to know if you have felt that your presence at the hospital is really making an impact on that funding.
Oh, absolutely. We actually just recently opened in the last a year and a half or so the new Brian Halpin Pediatric Cancer Center. So from my time starting at the hospital, fundraising for that project and actually watching it become a reality, it's really crazy how full circle it's been. And that's something that's been so special for me, to watch cancer care evolve on Staten Island and really to be able to make that impact in my community and make that difference. It's been amazing.
Well, congratulations on that.
Definitely.
And also kudos to you to have a personal experience turn into positive action.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just something so special. That's something close to home. We've done such incredible things. I mean, over the last 5 years, we've opened all these new facilities, so many renovations, the Lois and Richard Nicotra Heart Institute, the Grapusa Family Women Newborn Center. Like, there's so many things that are being brought to the island that we're a part of now. Pediatric cancer will always be close to my heart, but it's a full scope now.
Definitely.
I've heard about, in the news with the circumstances being what they are, a lot of economic hardships for people and the changes in the medical industry. And I'm wondering what your opinion is on that. Have you noticed any changes from where you stand?
Yeah, I think, we always have ups and downs of giving, right? There's always going to be changes in the economy that affect how people give and where they give to. We're very fortunate that we have a community that really cares about Staten Island.
Right.
And so we are always going to find a way to find those people who are going to give back to us regardless of the circumstances. But yeah, it's always going to be challenging, always ups and downs.
Definitely. Now, I know that you're working on a project called...
Yes, the Northfield Walk to Raise Health is coming up in just a few weeks on May 17th. This year it's going to be held on our North Campus, which is very exciting for us. We're moving it right to where our center is because it raises money for the Florina Cancer Center and the Bryan Halpin Pediatric Cancer Center. So it'll be there on Sunday morning. We kick off 8:30 a.m. registration. And this year we're honoring one of our very own, Rachel Smith. She was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 41.
Wow.
She is our employee. She actually helped create the supportive oncology program that now exists in the Florina Cancer Center. So for us, it's just very impactful. We'll share, this is her story of early detection. We'll celebrate our survivors and just raise money for our center. It'll be really wonderful. Yeah.
Beautiful. And how can people get more involved?
Yes. So Walk in particular, you can go to northfieldwalk.com and you can join us, register, hang out with us that day. There'll be food trucks. It'll be a full festival. It'll be a really fun day. But otherwise, we're always happy to talk to our community and to our donors, see what they care about. What do you really want to give back to? We have so many different avenues to give back. So reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to talk. You can send me an email, jhoman2@northwell.edu, and let's see how you can give back and make an impact.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you go back to pageantry?
Not at this stage. I have 2 little ones at home, and my focus right now is my work and my family. But I like to host and I like to judge, so I'm still involved, and I give back to those girls because I really do think it gives you a lot of skills that you need for life. But no, I will not compete anytime soon. I'm done with that.
I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for sitting with us.
Thank you.
And definitely, we want to be able to continue our relationship and of course, our talks. We'd love to have you back in our studio.
Sure.
And anything else that you have going on with the hospital, we would love to be able to support in that way.
Great.
So
Awesome.
definitely. But thank you so much,
Thank
Jamie.
you.
And yeah, that's all the time that we have. But thank you guys for watching. And make sure that you catch the replay on this.
And don't forget to sign up for that walk.
For the walk. Come
Yes.
join us on May 17th.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm actually doing the warm up for that event.
Yes.
Henry, and we are committed to him and our children. So we have children in Manhattan. We have our son and daughter-in-law in Manhattan. We have a son and daughter-in-law in New Jersey, and my husband and I are here. We're very involved in the Staten Island community. So I serve on the SIEDC board. I serve on Richmond University Foundation board, Eden 2 Foundation board, and then in Woodbridge we have a lot of branches in New Jersey. I'm on the Woodbridge Economic Development Corporation board, so like the Staten Island Economic Development, Woodbridge, and I really just go out to any nonprofit organization, go to a lot of events and chair events or assist with events where needed. And I really get my people involved. So all of our managers, they're all involved in the nonprofit world within the small communities that they serve.
That's wonderful. There is a lot of nonprofits out here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I am part of 2. And definitely we're always talking about funding, grants and,
Sure.
and things of that
Yeah.
nature. Because you do need those resources
Right.
in order for the nonprofit to do what they have to do.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And when sometimes, when you go to like these bigger banks, it's a little bit challenging. But I know that there are banks that are dedicated for that, and I know that yours is as well. So that's a great thing that you guys are doing for the community and for nonprofits.
We felt as a community bank, we needed to establish a foundation, and we did that when we went public years ago. And We still have our foundation, Northfield Bank Foundation, and Diane Tenertier is our executive director. And we get back to the communities that we serve.
That's beautiful.
Now, Robin, I'm curious about AI and how AI is impacting the Northfield, the banking
Right.
industry.
So right now, I'm going to say it hasn't been as impactful because banks are trying, I think, to mull over how AI will better serve them, other than, using it to gain information or help with, I'll say, writing different monologues or focuses. But I think there's going to be a bigger play in AI going forward, and we're all going to find out as we go along. Because I think everybody is trying to figure out where it will fit in within what they do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fear around AI and people losing their jobs as a result of
Sure.
lower level jobs being executed
Right.
through AI. So you mentioned the teller
Right.
position that you had started that and stuff from there. Is that a position that could possibly be done by AI?
Well, so, things were very different years ago than they are today, but not so much so. So I remember many larger banks were not focusing on doing branches. They were not focusing on branching. They were focusing on ATMs and having like smaller, I'll say, service. I'll call them sub branches. And that idea went away, and they're back to branching. So I still believe the branch is here to stay. It may look different in the future. There are cash machines, recycling machines that are supposed to help, interactive ATMs that are supposed to take away the tellers. Do they cut down on the need for the amount of staff? Possibly. But I think there's always going to be room for people want interactive conversation.
I agree. I really love going to the branch rather than using online resources.
Right.
An ATM. Now, that could be an age thing.
I get it. I get it.
I'm accustomed to that because my daughters, they have a different approach. They don't want to bother with bank branch. They want to just go to CVS and make their deposit.
That's why you need to have a little combination. Also, I'll say the younger demographic doesn't want the branch till they need the branch.
Yeah.
Like, there's an age shift. So when they're looking to buy their home, then they want to sit down potentially. They may do an online application, but they may want to make a connection. Or if there's fraud on their account, they're going to want to sit and have somebody sit opposite them and assure them they're helping them through the situation. So I think that, yes, online, I use online banking all the time.
Right.
But I still go into the branch, and I still think a lot of the business community feels the same way. They may be okay remotely opening an account. They want to know their banker is there. They like when they come to visit. They like going to lunch with them. And they like knowing they can pop in a branch if there was a problem.
Right.
I think that key you said from the beginning of your career till now, relationship banking being the focus, is something that is classic and never going to end.
Right.
We as human beings, just in general, really survive based on relationships.
Sure. Exactly.
Well, this is all the time that was given to us.
Oh, that's awesome. Time flies when you're having fun. Yes.
But I want to thank you, Robin, for
you.
sitting with us.
This is awesome.
And if you don't mind, we would love to have you back into the studio.
Sure.
And then we could just go ahead and continue with this great topic, because I think that a lot of people need to know a little bit more about money and what's coming and how to use it and utilize it, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely need somebody like Robin on the panel. So definitely.
Thank you. That would be great.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you.
Just being a part of this vibe.
This was fun.
Uplifting us as women,
Yes.
with being a pioneer and an early adopter. Good luck with the event, Chair.
Thank you. It's going well.
Yes,
It's all
definitely.
going well.
Now, how can people find you? Do you can give that information?
Sure. So you can find me obviously on enorthfield.com. It's R Lefkowitz. It's RLEF as in Frank, KOWITZ at ENORTHFIELD.com. And you could just Google my name, Robin Lefkowitz, and you'll find me. Don't worry. I'm easily findable.
And
Definitely.
share your YouTube channel to our listeners so they can find you and subscribe.
So we represent the SIEDC on YouTube in Beyond the Ferry, which is an SIEDC look at those nonprofit directors who are meaningful to Staten Island business, and it's an interview program similar to this. And then I also have Locally Grown, which myself and my co-chair, my co-adaptation person, Christine Dehart from Salmon Real Estate, we go all over Staten Island and we see historical places that are only on Staten Island. You would be amazed how historical Staten Island is, and we got to experience that firsthand. So definitely check us out.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
Awesome.
Well, this was the ending of our interview, but we are definitely having Robin back. So stay tuned for that interview. And thanks for watching, guys. Thank you,
Great.
Robin.
Thank you.
Yes. All right.